Thanks for joining me for Crafternoon. For today's project, we're making these cute little friendship bracelets out of perler beads. Now, for this project, you can make any design you want. I made one with just random colors and some with flowers. I'm making one with hearts right now. And if you don't want to make a bracelet, you can also make a keychain. So what you'll need for this project are perler beads, some wax paper, some cording so that you can tie your bracelets together, and some scissors or an X-Acto knife. Now we will be also using an iron, so if you're not comfortable using an iron, please ask an adult to help you. So for this project, I'm just going to finish this bracelet, and I'll show you how to finish it off. Now, this bracelet is 3 beads across, and this is more for a child size. And the one that I'm making for an adult is 5 beads across. So it all depends on how big the person's wrist is. Now, if you've never used perler beads before, they're actually really simple. When you iron them, they do get quite hot, so just be aware of that. Now, what you do with the perler beads is you just take the beads and just place them on the little pegs, and that will hold it. And then when you iron, you just it kind of lifts off it melts into the wax paper, and then you can lift it right off the pegs. Once you've finished designing your bracelet, then it's time to melt the plastic with an iron. So please be careful with this project, as the plastic does get very hot. Now also use an ironing board, as the plastic is really hot and it could melt surfaces. So what you want to do is you want to take your wax paper and put it right over top. You're going to fold it over, so make sure that there's enough room to fold the paper over onto the other side. So with a hot iron, just put it on. Make sure you hold it flat. If you get too close to the pegboard, it could melt the pegs. So you want to melt it enough that it sticks to the wax paper. Okay, so once you've melted it enough, then you can lift it, and it'll all lift off at the same time. Now what you want to do is fold the paper over, and you're going to put the heat on this side now to melt the beads. And just be careful when you're handling it that you touch the paper and not the plastic, as it is very, very hot. And you can keep turning it over and making sure that they're all kind of melding together. After you've melted the perler beads, you want to shape your bracelet. So you need to determine how big you want your bracelet to be. So I have 2 sizes. So this is the the cup that I used for the child size, and this is the cup that I'm going to use for the adult size. So once you have melted the plastic, you need to shape it. And by putting it around the cup, it will take on the natural curve of the cup. So after you're done ironing, make sure you turn it off and unplug it. And then take your cup and put your put your bracelet right around, and don't touch the plastic, it's very hot. So you just want to touch the wax paper. And just shape it around, and you just want to hold that until it cools. Now you can hold that until it cools. It takes a few minutes, or you can tape it. So once that's cooled, I'll show you the next step. So after the plastic has cooled, it has a natural curve to it. So we're going to put the cord in. Now, I left a hole when I was designing it, but it all melded together, so there's no hole anymore. So what you need to do is make one. So for this, I would suggest getting an adult to do. So you need to take an X-Acto knife, and you don't want to do it close to the edge. You want to do it further in, and just take your X-Acto knife and just twist it to make a hole. You want to do that on a cutting board so you don't want to wreck a table or anything. And you want to do it so the hole is big enough to put your cording in. Okay, so you can either just stick the cord through if you can get it through. I like to use a tapestry needle. I find it a lot easier. So you can just put that through on either end. Now I like to finish it off by putting some beads on the end, and that is for two reasons. First, it looks a little nicer, it looks more finished, and second, because you are knotting it, it prevents the cord from coming out of the bracelet. So you just want to knot that so that the bead doesn't come off. And you want to do that on both ends. And then just need a bit more on this end. So you just want to make a double knot. I found a single knot isn't big enough, and the perler bead just slides through. But you need to determine what size of knot you need for your size of cording. So there is your finished bracelet. Hi everyone, I just wanted to let you know about a very exciting event that's going on in our city. Tina Petro is hosting an online citywide science fair for kids in grades 5 to 8. Registration is open until June 10th, and submissions are due by June 20th. You can go onto her Facebook page for more information and for links to register. You can also go on to Eventbrite to register. So good luck to everyone who participates.